Hi guys. So, hopefully, you have gotten, or will soon get, this Ziploc bag of Ziploc bags from me. Because that is what we are cooking out of. Everything you need, besides a microwave and a cup and one ingredient, are in here. That one ingredient that you need is an egg. And if you don't have an egg, just let me know, because I have a fridge full of egg cartons that nobody came and got. So if you need eggs, let me know. Otherwise, all of your ingredients are in this bag. And what we are going to do, the point of this lab, is to experiment the difference between a cookie that is made with an egg and a cookie that is made with, instead of an egg, peanut butter. So within your plastic bag, let's see what's in here. You've got a plastic bag full of dry ingredients, flour, sugar, chocolate chips. I'll have posted the recipe on Schoology, so if you ever want to remake it, you are welcome to. And the other bag, it has the same exact ingredients in it. It's all measured out. You don't have to measure anything. Special like that. Half a stick of butter. And a little plastic container with a tablespoon of peanut butter in it. So, what you are going to do is quite simple. The first thing you are going to do is cut your half stick of butter in half, because each mug cake that you're going to make, cookie you're going to make, calls for 2 tablespoons of butter. I gave you 4 tablespoons, and I forgot to grab a butter knife to cut it with. So, you will need to divide this in half. Be right back. Now, on your butter, there are these handy dandy lines that are super awesome. They actually measure out what a tablespoon is. As I said, you need 2 tablespoons of butter in each cup. So, if I do that, and you can make this in only 1 mug, you just have to do it twice. So it'll take a little longer, but if you have 2 mugs, you can do it once. And you need to melt your butter. So I grabbed a bowl so I can put it in the microwave and melt it. Now the big thing is, heat works in a fun way, and there's something called surface area. So something with more surface area is going to melt faster than something with less surface area. So if I put my butter in 1 giant chunk, it will melt a lot slower than if I put my butter in 4 smaller chunks. And there I have my melted butter. So I'm going to pour that melted butter into my mug. And the first one I'm going to do is going to be my egg recipe. Now, the big thing about the egg recipe is it only calls for the yolk of the egg. It does not call for both the yolk and the white. So, we've got to learn how to separate the yolk from the white. And it's actually pretty easy to do. Crack open your egg. And all you're going to do is slide that egg back and forth in the shell. And as you do that, oh no, I broke the yolk. The white is going to come out. And once you've done that, you can dump the yolk into your mug. Now, I have a dish full of egg whites, and I dropped my egg shells in there, because I'm just going to throw it away. If you want to use your egg whites for something, go for it. Have at it. I'm not here to stop you. But I've got butter, I've got the egg yolk in there, and I'm going to mix them together with a fork. Now, it is very, very important that you put your wet ingredients into your mug before you put your dry ingredients in. If you put your dry ingredients in first, you are going to end up with caked flour to the bottom. Now, the next thing that is super important is I did not mix these Ziploc bags, meaning there are just clumps of sugar in this bag. And if you don't do anything to smush up the brown sugar that sticks together, you will bite into your cookie and there will just be clumps of brown sugar. So it is very, 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 very important that you mix it up before, after, during. So I've mixed it up a little. And the next thing is, don't dump it all in at once. If you dump it in all at once, you're going to have trouble mixing it. So dump it in just a little bit at a time. And you stir it in until it's all mixed. There's no clumps of things. Nice and mixed. Smushing some of those brown sugar clumps as I see them to mix them in better. Then I'll add more. And again, really important to be watching for those brown sugar clumps. So brown sugar is from the same plant as white sugar. Some people think that brown sugar is less processed. That is not true. The big difference is brown sugar has molasses in it. And molasses is a syrup that helps it all stick together more. And it makes it more sweet. So I'm going to dump in the rest of this. But because of that, it clumps a lot more than white sugar would. And for the record, I did wash my hands before this. Now, see, I just scraped to the bottom, and when I did that, I saw a bunch of flour still, not mixed in. So it's really important to mix it really well, otherwise you're going to bite in and there'll be a clump of flour, and that's not good. It will not taste yummy. If your cookie dough seems really, really, really dry, you can add just a little bit of water to it. But ideally, you shouldn't have to. Alright, so this seems to be mixed in pretty well of cookie dough consistency. So what I'm going to do, scrape off my fork, I'm going to push it down. Again, as tempting as it is to eat this, it has raw egg in it, so officially, as your teacher, I recommend not eating it raw. So, push it in, and then what you're going to do is you're going to microwave it for 60 seconds. Alright, so our second one that we're going to do is going to be with peanut butter. So once again, you take the other 2 tablespoons of butter, you melt that, and you're going to dump that in your mug. And then you're going to take your peanut butter that I've already carefully measured out, and you are going to add that to your mug as well. Now the thing is, peanut butter has less liquid in it than eggs do. So, this is, if you look up online, you can replace 1 egg with 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. Because we didn't use a full egg, I put in 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and then what you should do is add 1 tablespoon of water. I did not use this cup to measure, I used an actual measuring, so that's a tablespoon. And once again, you're going to want to stir to mix everything in. The butter should be hot enough to help melt the peanut butter, so it'll be a little more of a runny consistency. Then once again, we've got our beautiful bag of dry ingredients. And this one, the brown sugar is even more clumpy in. So I want to do my best to try to get that less clumpy and mix it in. And then add it in. Same thing as last time, so I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this bit. And then once again, you are going to cook it for 1 minute. Alright, so be aware when you take them out of the microwave, they will be hot. Friendly PSA, that's how microwaves work. So, what I'm going to have you do after you've made them is you are going to complete a reflection. What they look like, what they taste like, what happened differently compared to the two. So I'll look at mine and I'll compare how much they rose. I'll see if I can taste the difference between them, which you definitely will be able to, because, you know, they are, one has peanut butter in it. Oh, it's hot. Throw away a few more minutes on that one. How much you like it, if you could see yourself making it again, really hot. All of those types of things. Personally, not as good as Grandma's cookies, but if you microwave a cookie, it's never going to be as good. Actually, not bad. I'll see you guys later.